Welcome back. This is lesson 10.9 journal, figures on the coordinate plane. I will be able to plot points on the coordinate plane and connect them to form polygons. I will be able to identify those figures and find their area. Okay, vocabulary for this lesson. Congruent means exactly the same size and exactly the same shape. Area is the space inside a two-dimensional figure measured in square units. Dimension is the distance from one point to another, or a measurement of distance like length or height or width. Right angle is a 90-degree angle. It makes a square corner. Base and height are perpendicular to each other. They're two dimensions that are perpendicular that we use to find the area of many of our polygons. Parallelogram is a four-sided figure with two sets of parallel sides. Triangle, three-sided figure, and a trapezoid is a quadrilateral with at least one set of parallel sides. So it says plot, label, and connect the following points on the coordinate plane. So D is found at -2, +4. So we're going to have a quick reminder on how to plot points. We've got to go, this is the X, this is the Y. So -2 means on the X-axis, I'm going to go 1, 2 units to the left. +4 means I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. Make a point and label that D. Okay, plot the rest of them. 3, 4, 3 to the right, 4 up. Label that one E. F, 4 to the right, 1 down. 4, -1 right there. Label that one F. And G, -3 means 3 to the left of the origin. -1 means 1 down. Label that one G. Okay, now that we've labeled them, let's connect them. A ruler might be a smarter choice here. Make perfectly straight lines. Okay, once we've created it, what did we make? Well, I see one set of parallel sides, the other sides are not parallel to each other. It's four-sided. This would be a trapezoid. Well, now that we made a trapezoid, how can we find its area? Well, area of a trapezoid, quick reminder, trapezoid's a freakazoid. First you have to add the bases. So base 1 plus base 2. First you have to add the bases. Weird, I'll do it anyway. Then times the height, divide by 2. That's all that's left for you to do. Okay. So on here, we're going to have to now find these measurements. So base 1, meaning any of the two parallel sides. I'm going to call this one base 1 up here. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units across. Base 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units across. So we got our two parallel sides. Now we need our height. That has to make a right angle with the bases. So I can count from here to here. So height is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units tall. Alright, fill in what we know and we can solve for the area. So 5 plus 7 times the height, which is 5, then divide it all by 2. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. And 60 divided by 2 is 30. So that tells us area of this is 30 units squared. Okay, try the next with the next one. So it says plot and label and connect the following points on the coordinate plane. H at 0, 5. So 0, 5. Oh, that's 5, 0. What am I doing? 0 on the X. 5 up. You can see that even I get caught up sometimes. 0, 5. And we're going to label that one H. I is at -4, 5. So -4, +5. That's I. And J, -3, -2. So I'm going to go 3 to the right, 2 down, and label that one J. Okay, connect them. Alright, now triangles are going to be a little bit harder. Well, actually, any figure is going to be harder if you can't find a base. If it's tilted so much that you can't count how many units long the side is, it's going to be kind of hard for us as 6th graders to do it. It's not impossible, but it's something that you're going to have to know some other math to do. So we are interested in a straight parallel, or not parallel, sorry, a straight horizontal or a straight vertical line. Notice how up here, these were our parallel sides. They were nice and horizontal so I could count the units. Well, on this one, I can't count the units from here to here. I can't count the units from here to here either, so this one's going to have to be my base. I can count this one. Oh, sorry, what shape did we create? We created a triangle. Since we created a triangle, we want to know what the area of the figure is, so area of HIJ is going to be equal to the base, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. That's the one we can measure. Now, how can we find the height? I'm going from the base. I need to make a right angle to the tallest point. So to the tallest point would be right here. So I'm just going to count straight across till I get to the base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. So my height is 7. Well, base times height, then half of that. So 4 times 7 divided by 2. 4 times 7 is 28. And 28 divided by 2 gives me 14. So the area of this shape is 14 units squared. Now this one says plot and label the following points on the coordinate plane. HIJ again? Okay. But we're not connecting them just yet because it says where could you place point K to make figure HIJK a parallelogram? Alright, so let's plot these three first. 0, 5, -4, 5. Oh, I see what they're trying to do. We're plotting the same ones. We're just going to turn that shape into a parallelogram. -3, -2. So it's going to look just like we had, but we're not connecting them yet. So HIJ. Okay, we want to make a parallelogram. So we need to have two sets of parallel sides. Okay, there's two ways we could do this. So what parallel side? We have to have two sets of parallel sides. Well, since this one right here is going to be nice and flat, you see how it's 4 units long? I want to put a point here with J. It's got to be 4 units long. So it can be parallel, so it's got to also be horizontal. So looking at this, I can go right here and go 1, 2, 3, 4 units along, and that's going to be parallel. Since they're the same measurement, that means the other sides will also be parallel. So we could put K at the point 1, negative 2. Now, I want you to realize that's not the only place we could do it. Imagine I didn't do that already. I could have gone 4 in this direction also. I chose this one because it fit on my graph. But we could have gone to 1, 2, 3, 4 and put a point right here, and I could have had another parallelogram. So there's more than one right way to do it, but this one's going to be easiest to fit on our graph. All right, let's go ahead and connect these sides. So here's my parallel, 4 units. 4 units, because those are the same measurement, that's going to make these sides also parallel. Alright, now what would the area of figure HIJK be? Well, our set of parallel sides that we can measure, I can't measure this diagonal side. I can't count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not 6, it's 6 straight down. But it's kind of stretched over here, so it's going to be a little bit different measurement. But I can count these perfectly horizontal sides. So, area of a parallelogram is base times height. So we got a base of 4 units and a height of, just checking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I said 6, but it is 7 units tall, which would make sense because it's based off of that triangle we did up there earlier. So the height equals 7. So base times height, and that's all there is to it. That's it, that's it. Remember, base times height. 4 times 7, which is an area of 28 units square. Okay, rate yourself on this concept, 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Take a picture and turn it in on Google Classroom.